Hi, we're Pumarosa and you've been watching Forge TV.
We are Alex and Benjy, and we're here in the Winter Gardens in Sheffield with Pumarosa.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. What do you think of Sheffield then? Do you like Sheffield as a place?
We had a really good time when we were here last time. We went, we had a great night. And then we weren't here
Can't
long.
really remember it?
No, I remember it
I
clearly.
can remember it very vividly, and I couldn't, we stayed in this place. It was actually quite beautiful, just down by the, is there a river?
The river?
What was that kind of, with that guy?
Oh yeah, we stayed in quite a nice hotel.
In the morning,
Yeah, that was nice.
And there was a river, and we watched a man fishing in the river, like in the city. He was in waders, just fishing. It's like,
I thought that was a
Sheffield
nice
is great.
touch.
You were doing a little bit of research about you, and what's this we hear about an Italian surrealist abandoned cinema?
Yeah.
What happened there?
So this guy called Giuseppe, he has this old abandoned beautiful cinema on the coast, and which he's sort of in. He doesn't own it, but he's in it, and he runs it as like a residency place for artists and musicians. And he invited us to go.
It's not really his. He's kind of like looking after it, and so he's trying to find a way of like convincing everybody in the local area that it's a good thing that he's there, and so that was kind of part of it as well, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But he saw, I think he saw me just playing like a random on my own set.
That's because me and Jamie
everyone
didn't
else
want to
wouldn't
play.
come and play with me.
Yeah,
Everyone else wouldn't come and play with me at this gig. So then I did it on my own, and I was really scared. But it was good enough that afterwards he was like, "Oh, come and work at my cinema." I was like, "Well, I've got a whole band." And then he was cool with it, and yeah, it was a really I think he really enjoyed having us there, and being there for us was magical.
Yeah.
So, and then all the villagers came and saw us play and
That's
stuff.
lovely.
It was great.
You released first single, Priestess, in I think October, September time.
Yeah.
What's the reaction to that been like then?
Good, I think.
Positive.
we
people
were.
like it. It's been on the radio, you know? So that's a good sign. Even though it's really long, they still play it, even though it's 8 minutes.
Yeah, I think we were worried for a minute. It was overly long, and it was just kind of. But actually, that was a good move. I think people really liked that.
It's still great. It's great to have a song out that people like because they know it when you play it live. So it's just a bit more exciting for
But it's the
everybody.
only one they know.
Yeah, it's the only one they know, exactly.
Minute.
Unless they've seen us before, obviously, in which case they know more.
So you're based in London, so what's kind of the music scene like in London then? And do you think that's really helped in kind of gathering momentum and stuff?
I think there's some good there's some good pockets of like bands that sort of play together in different places around. I mean, like in East London there's good music, and then in Brixton is quite good as well.
Yeah.
And then
There's a few really good, couple of really good venues.
there's some good venues, but it's really hard.
But in a way, I would say actually coming from somewhere like Sheffield or Leeds or like the sort of other towns that still have kind of a buzz, I think it would be probably more fun and more supportive, because in London it's like there's just a plethora. There's so many people,
saturated kind of
and
thing.
also rent. To have venues is kind of very difficult, especially if they're alternative, because the rents are so high.
You've got a big gig coming up for the Cancer Trust.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, so that's organised by Roger Daltrey and Pete Townsend of The Who. Is that going to be the biggest date that you've done then, the Royal Albert Hall?
Yeah.
Yeah, the most prestigious
Definitely.
venue. I reckon.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bit of an honour, isn't it?
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah,
Really supporting everything, the vaccines.
Yeah, really looking forward to that, and for our music to be in that kind of massive classical space, to see what it sounds like in there will be really exciting.
So what's the plan now then? Is for like summer and the rest of the year?
If you can say.
If you can, whatever you can
There might
say.
be-
It's,
Well,
we can't. It's
Secret.
just, we've got lots of gigs,
Festivals.
festival shows.
Good festival.
we're
and
going to South by Southwest
Yeah.
in a couple of weeks.
you're doing South by Southwest?
Yeah.
That's a pretty big
Yeah,
it's really
gig.
that'll
That's
be
kind of
fun.
a lot of the time when a band starts to really gather momentum is after the South by Southwest. So
Great.
will that be the first time you've been to the States
Yeah.
as well?
Yeah.
Ah.
To play, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've never been.
Yeah.
You've never been.
Yeah, in person.
challenge, yeah.
Have you applied for your visa?
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
in
it's
the way.
long.
It's quite stressful.
So long.
So hopefully they'll let us in.
Yeah, so just rest of the year doing more gigs.
Well, yeah, we've going to hopefully be releasing a single, not too, our next second single after we get back from South by. That
All
should
right.
come out, and then
We've got some more recording to do for
Yeah,
the
we've got-
album, Dan.
working on the album with
Oh,
Dan.
so you're working on an
Kerry.
album then?
We
Yeah.
will be. Well, we are, and then
We've
gonna-
done a couple of sessions and
Yeah.
we need to just do more. I mean, I think we're really excited to do more.
Yeah.
Yeah, get back in soon.
So yeah, we've recorded our B-sides. We recorded just our B-sides because like I think there's kind of an opportunity to do something a bit different, a bit
Bit
creative.
wilder.
And like, yeah, you can kind of
both of them are kind of improvisations
Yeah.
as well.
They're
Yeah,
more
because that's
just
what
like-
the first single,
Yeah.
the back of that's an improv.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do like live recording and improvisation, and just like kind of it's just you can be free with a B-side, whereas like with the single, I think like you're trying to make a sort of more polished thing.
Yeah.
What's your views on music in Britain at the moment?
Well,
On what,
actually,
sorry?
On music in Britain at the moment?
In Britain? Oh, what was it? My general
Yeah.
thing? Well, I was saying in the car, I think like that. Well, I mean, this isn't really related just specifically to British music, but like, I think we're coming out of a kind of quite cynical period of music. I think there's a lot of more creativity in like pop music. And I think it'll be really good. I think like what's going to happen in the next 10 years will be like really much freer creatively for pop musicians in general.
Perfect.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
Oh, it's very
Yeah.
nice to talk to you.
Yeah.